Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your friend Josh here, and in today's video, we're going to go ahead and teach you exactly how to set up SMTP for your WordPress website using a plugin called WP Mail SMTP. I actually like to use the Pro version because it makes setup so much easier. So what I typically do when I create a website is I purchase the Pro plugin for the website, then I'll download it, I'll install it, I'll put my license code in so that way the plugin is connected to my purchase, and then I will literally set up Workspace by Google within one click. So it uses what's called an OAuth connection, which you log in using your Workspace credentials, and it's literally set up. Then I change a couple things like the from name, the from email, test it, and it's good to go. And so if you're new to WordPress, if you're new to how it works, then you have to understand that out of the box, most of the time WordPress doesn't send SMTP from the server, which is a problem because if you're watching this video, odds are you're building a WordPress website for your brand, your business, or whatever it might be. You're gonna need a .com email, and you're gonna need that email to send. You're gonna need deliverability to actually make it to the mailbox. And if you don't set up SMTP, then you're not gonna have that. You don't have to use a plugin. If you know me and you're watching this video, you know my gripe with using a ton of plugins, but I do think the benefits for this plugin outweigh using a plugin, and I myself actually use it as well. So on the flip side, you could go directly through PHP on the server and set up SMTP that way. But at the end of the day, I like to have control in the actual dashboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over here to the website, and I want to show you the website itself. So really, I'm not going to go through all the bells and whistles, but basically what I use WP SMTP for is to make sure that when I set it up, it's easy to use and it allows me to know for sure that my emails are being delivered. Literally, you set up your email within 5 minutes, it's connected and you're finished. And most of the time, you never have to worry about it again. So definitely, if you want more information, the link will be down below. Not an affiliate link. That's not the purpose of this channel. The purpose of this channel is to just spread the WordPress knowledge and really the systems and tech and tools that creators, brands, and businesses can use to help not only monetize their audience, but just keep things running the correct way. I feel like there's so many people out there teaching a bunch of BS that's incorrect, wrong, and they don't even have their own ducks in a row when it comes to their tech. Um, I'm not going to go and harp on it any more than that, but ultimately that's just how I feel. So WPMailSMTP.com, the link will be in the description. There is a free version of this plugin, but frankly, I purchase a pro version for every website that I actually build. And the reason why is because, like I said, we use Workspace by Google. I'm sure you're familiar with it. It's the best plugin. It's the best SMTP. It's the best domain.com email platform out there in 2026, and don't think it's going to ever be overtaken. But anyways, this plugin with the Pro version just allows me to go through the setup wizard and click login to my Workspace account. And then I put in my username, which is the email, and the password, and it OAuth connects. I'm done. Then I change the from name from email and test it, and it's finished. So that's why I like this. But as you can see here, you not only have Workspace, but you can have all these different other types of email platforms. If you use these mailboxes, it can connect with them in a flash. But they do offer a free version. Although if you're not very tech savvy, I highly recommend just buying the Pro, 49 bucks per year. That's it. So jumping over to the actual website, this is upstrike.co. This is our WordPress manage and maintenance company. It's pretty much this WP Mail SMTP Pro. And you might be wondering app.upstrike.co. So pretty much what I do when we build our websites is we have our front end WordPress instance, which is what I call instance A. And that houses the front end pages. So your home, your about, your pricing, whatever that might be. But it doesn't house the back end. And the reason why is because the back end on WordPress is what really takes up a lot of resources. And I want to make sure that the front end of my website is served as fast as possible, to the point where on the front end of the website, I don't even host images in the media because I need it to be as fast as possible. That's another video for another day. But if you're wondering why we're on app.upstrike.co, I always run my checkout and my account area for WooCommerce on app.upstrike.co, and that's it. But getting back to WP Mail SMTP, so we come down here to WP Mail SMTP, go ahead and click. As you see, we have our Pro license, and then you have your primary connection. So what I typically do is I come in here, I slap in my license key, I validate the license key, then I launch the setup wizard, and then what happens is you just go through the process, right? So for me, I use Google Gmail, and then I hit save and continue. Uh, this is just explaining whatever it's explaining. I go ahead and say I understand, I accept. The benefit of Pro is because you get this one-click setup, okay? If you didn't have the one-click setup, what you'd have to do is you'd have to read how to set up the Gmail mailer and go through the Google Cloud Console and do all this BS. No, thank you. Don't want it. Don't want to deal with it. One-click setup enabled. And then I'm not going to remove the OAuth connection because it's already connected. But if it wasn't connected, you would click the button and it would pop up your Google credential area where you type in your email, your password, and then it validates via OAuth, and then boom, you're set up. Then you can change your from name. I like to force the from name because at the end of the day, I just think that it's better to force it from here. There's, you can also set it up in your WooCommerce area and stuff, but I just force it from here, and I force the from email as well, which is support@upstrike.co, and then go ahead and click save and continue. Then it's going to ask you what kind of other features you want. I, really don't do much with this, but you have improved email deliverability, error tracking. I just leave it as it is, save and continue. And then I think it's installing a plugin right now, which is not good. So as you can see down here, the following plugin will be installed, it said, and it's WP Forms. So if that's the case, we're going to go ahead and delete that. But other than that, you can go through the prompt and you can do all that. But honestly, I don't really set anything up here. I just exit the wizard because my main concern is connecting the OAuth so that way it runs. But let's see if, yep, it sure did install WP Forms. So I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I don't want any unnecessary plugins. Like I said, if you know me, you know that I hate having plugins due to various reasons. I'll create another video on that. But ultimately, that's really all it takes to set up the WP Mail SMTP plugin. As I said, summarize, without SMTP setup, your website can't send emails, and without sending emails, it's pointless because people aren't going to get your communications, especially if you're running a brand business or you need to send emails. It's important. So WP Mail SMTP Pro is a plugin that allows you to set it up fairly simply when you have the Pro version. If you don't want the Pro version, you can do the free version, but you do have a couple setup steps. If you're not tech savvy, could present a problem. I myself, like I said, I like the Pro version. The link to the website is down below. You can go ahead and check them out. Not an affiliate link. Don't monetize that way. But if you are interested, we do have a WordPress maintenance managed company, upstrike.co. That link is also in the description. And if you need help, we're here for you. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.